Hello. So it's Tuesday. Um, Doing better day by day. Definitely making some progress mentally at least. Um, I didn't do my full workout today, um, but I did do my squats. Um, just because, again, I am exhausted, and I'm trying to do something rather than nothing. Um, so yeah. Um, Still making progress forward. Um, I guess it's weird. Like, there are times when I genuinely don't know what to say, what to talk about because I'm trying really hard to not just be negative and get really in my head. Like, I'm trying to have a positive outlook on all of this. Um, and still like see my progress forward and still see every small accomplishment as still being an accomplishment. Which is not always easy. And I feel like it's a lot easier to like get really down on yourself and really in your head. Um, but I am trying to make that shift mentally to be more positive, um, and like try to accept my accomplishments rather than just see them. It, it's the oh god, so when I was in high school, one of my gym teachers, I know I'm kind of bouncing all over the place, I'm sorry, I'm very scatterbrained right now. When I was in high school, one of my gym teachers said something about like, when you're trying to like run a certain distance, especially at the beginning, it's really easy to be like, oh god, I still have to run, like however far, I still have to run so many more miles or so much more of a mile or whatever. And he said, especially at the beginning, you want to focus on how far you've run, not how far you have left to run. Um, so focus basically on like the distance that you've already achieved. Um, and I'm trying to keep that as like my main focus right now is like not be like, oh, well, I should have already, like if I had just kept up with this or if I had just done this, like I should have already been able to do XYZ. Or, like I should already be in a position where, I feel comfortable going to the gym or, whatever. Having it much more be like, man, about a month and a half ago, I couldn't even do all of my squats with weights. Or like, man, a month and a half ago, I couldn't even do, um, my sets of 4 with Renegade Rows. I couldn't even do like a push up or whatever. And so be like, now I can do those things and focus on that and have that be my like point of pride rather than being like, oh, but I can't get my full like 10 by 10 of Renegade Rows. I can't get my full, XYZ. I can't do 10 push ups. Yeah, but I can do more push ups now than I could, a couple weeks ago. And so, it's walking a really like fine line because I don't want it to become like toxic positivity where like I'm not allowed to set goals for myself for fear that I won't achieve them or anything like that. Um, so I don't want it to like sour and become toxic positivity where like I'm never allowed to be upset about things. But I'm trying to kind of make the shift into things being a little more positive like mentally and trying to instead of get like really down on myself focus more directly on the things that I have accomplished and basically how far I've come. Because I have made a lot of progress. And I have worked really hard to get here, even though it's just over a month, you know? Um, and every big change comes in increments of small changes. And I'm trying to remind myself of that. That nothing is achieved overnight. Um, and it takes time to get to be to where I want to be. And so it's walking this line of like seeing where I want to be, what I want to accomplish, but looking at how far I've come rather than the mountain that I have to climb to get there. So, baby steps, definitely baby steps. Um, but, you know, the cliche of just like a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Um, I kind of think of it in the way of like a mile is made up of more than 5,000 feet, but it's all individual 5,000 feet. So you do a foot 5,000 times, plus you'll get a mile. At least, I don't know. That's putting that into my own words, I guess. Yeah. So let's see. What is my workout for tomorrow? I'm filming this very late. I have to get. Let's see. So tomorrow is shoulder press plus planks every minute on the minute. Um, I'm gonna try and do the full workout tomorrow, depending on how I'm feeling. Um, so that's kind of the plan. Tomorrow I'm gonna try and hit the full workout. We'll see where I'm at, and then we'll kind of go from there. Um, yeah, yeah. So not a super long video today. I don't really have a whole lot to talk about, but I love you. Stay hydrated. Take care of yourself.